Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the season finale of the wrestling show that didn't have a name. Until now. I will reveal that at the end of the episode. You're gonna have to stay tuned for that one, or I guess you could just skip ahead, but please don't. Just kidding. I am your host and sole commentator for the evening, Fabian Valentine, and before we get started, I'm gonna give you a short little rundown of the match card. Our first contest will be the season finale Exploding Rumble match. I figured we had started this off with an Exploding Rumble. It felt only fitting. We ended off with an Exploding Rumble. The World Championship will be on the line. And I guess, you know what? I will reveal the name, actually, of the show now. Because it adds a little, I guess... I don't know, prestige, special? I can't think of the word. Feel free to leave the word in the comments. It's good for engagement. I've decided to name this show Valentine Pro Wrestling, or VPW. Take your pick. And so this Rumble match will be for the VPW World Championship, currently held by Machismo. Sorry, when you're talking about Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, Machismo, you have to do a Razor Ramon impression. I don't make the rules, it's just law. He was awesome. After this Rumble match, we will see the tag team title match for the VPW Tag titles as we see Team Incensed take on our most dominant champions. I gotta tell you, like, seriously, if you're joining us here, first off, why are you joining us here? You have none of the context. Go back and watch the videos, or at least the highlights that have been uploaded periodically. Actually, granted, not all the episodes have highlights, so take the time to watch the episodes. They typically don't go over 20 minutes a pop. But regardless, they have been our most dominant champions. They're the only champions on this show, and honestly in the entire season, that have held their tag titles since the beginning. They won them on, I believe, either it was the first or the second episode, and they are still champions, which, wow. And that will be Team Incensed's last chance to come out as tag team champions. If they fail here, they will not be allowed a tag title shot while the big boys are champion. I'm just going to take a sip of water before we get on to the last part of the match card. Our main event, the VPW Women's Championship, will be on the line. Defending champion Midnight, yes, I have to remember that, yes, Midnight, will take on Samsara, Martini, and Lola in what will be a rematch of the women's title match that really started this whole overarching story. I'm telling you, go back. If you don't watch the whole thing, I'll list here the relevant episodes for this feud. Go back and watch those, like some of my most favorite matches to watch, because it was truly something special. This time the match will have 2 referees to hopefully minimize the chance of blown calls. We are not ending this show until we have an undisputed VPW Women's Champion. Midnight is the Women's Champion, and Samsara, while Midnight was out with injury, won the Interim Championship. Tonight we unify the belts. Anyways, let's get on to the Exploding Rumble. As you can see, the ropes have been replaced with exploding barbed wire, and Petrol is our number 1 entrant into this match. There'll be 30 men all competing for the World Championship. Now, again, it's like a regular Rumble is already such a grueling match. You know, if you're coming at number 1 or 2, you're trying to last 30 minutes. Oh, speaking of women's champions, there's Midnight. Ignore the Strong Style logo. This may have been recorded at a different time than some of the other matches, and I didn't feel like having to go through and change every single thing, so just remember our thing. She is the women's champion, and all these people, as far as the series is concerned, are part of the roster. Now, Midnight is using dynamite to attack Petrol. Historically, oh gosh, triangle choke. Didn't realize Petrol was a jiu-jitsu black belt there. Historically, when dynamite's been used as a weapon, it has a tendency of explosive results, and I'm curious if we'll see that here. I mean, this exploding barbed wire, we're bound to see it eventually, but I'm curious how it will impact the flow of this match. Remember, 30 entrants, 1 minute in 30 entries, I should say. 1 minute intervals between each. Oh my gosh. Between each entrant. The explosions are... Oh, hang on a second. Oh my gosh. Belly first on the barbed wire, I gotta say, even with the... Oh, hockey fight. Even with the wrestling gear sort of covering the midsection, that's gotta hurt. That's still barbed wire striking your belly. Oh, it's a Ripper Racer. He's coming. Pause. He's coming to win the title. I had a joke there, and then I realized I paused at kind of a bad time. Gut-wrench suplex by Petrol to Midnight. And remember, like, these ropes are barbed wire. They are exploding barbed wire. The type of damage that's going to cause. And Midnight's eliminated. Oh my gosh. Ripper Race with a rather explosive left hook. Petrol. Look at that abdominal stretch. Maybe the sledgehammer to help out. Oh my gosh. What a hip toss. And oh, look at that. Glitter Artie. A man who was one of the first people to compete for our world title. Our first ever world title match was Glitter Artie versus Sam Mower. And I'm curious if we'll see Sam Mower later on in the match. As I said, this is the season finale, Exploding Rumble. Basically, all the entrants, or I should say most of the entrants, are people who have had some presence on the show in the prior season. And I guess to give you some updates on kind of what's going to go on with this season, it's going to go on a short hiatus. I want to take the time to unlock the promotion editor so I can kind of spruce up the belts, make them looking nice and pretty. To do that, I have to win all the titles in career mode. Spoiler alert for our career mode series. Probably not happening in that career mode. I'm going to basically be... Hang on, Ryan Schneider entering, Glitter Artie eliminated. As I was saying, I'm probably going to play through that either until our character dies or until I get bored and decide to retire. Basically, whichever happens first. I still have a few episodes pre-recorded before a 2-month hiatus for me. Oh, Petrol might be thought different. I was going to say maybe Petrol is debating on causing some havoc there, but just thinking better of it. Ryan Schneider using the amateur wrestling background to pin Ripper Ace to the ground and lay in those shots, picking him up. Look at that belly to sort of a, not really a belly to belly, kind of more like a Beal, kind of like a toss. Kick to the head, Ripper Ace. And these are two men that have never fought each other. Look, that's Ryan Schneider. Now, if you told me Ripper Ace was going to counter something with a Hurricane Rana, I would think you're crazy. Look at this Sucker G! Former VPW World Champion Sucker G making his entry into the Exploding Rumble, looking to become the first 2-time champion. Now, a detail that is worth mentioning, oh gosh, explosion near the feet. Very smart maneuver by Sucker G there. Maybe that's the world champ difference. Look at that super kick, thrust kick into the exploding barbed wire ropes, eliminating Ripper Ace, and Gojo making his entry into the Exploding Rumble. This is our mid-card social media YouTube heavyweight champion making his entry, and what a journey he has had from losing the 4-way anime fight in an earlier episode to winning a triple threat street fight elimination match to become champion. Curious what kind of showing he's going to have in this match. And remember, if he wins this, he's champ. He's double champion. But what a maneuver from Gojo. Look at this. Look at the toss Gojo over the top rope, and Gojo sort of maybe using Infinity to soften the blow, grabbing the exploding barbed wire ropes. As I was saying, the person that wins this match, I gotta wonder, do they have a target on their back by the name of Saitama? Oh, and there's Gargantuan Gus. I mean, I mentioned Saitama, who is a threat worth thinking about. course, won a gauntlet street fight match to win the chance, basically a Money in the Bank briefcase. But I gotta tell you, if someone like Gargantuan Gus wins, if I'm Saitama, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to cash in for a later opportunity. Now, the important thing to kind of keep in mind about this match, I promise you here, and you would see a controller if I had any influence on this match. This is all CPU, baby. I have no influence on the winner of this match. Anything can happen here. We could see Gargantuan Gus win the world title. We could see Skinny Arm Steve. We could see... I don't know. We could see... I'm trying to think of who would be an unlucky... Or not unlucky. We could see Martini win the world championship. No offense to Martini, but her... if you've watched the series, her win-loss record ain't exactly impressive. Though her heart certainly is. I mean, that's why she has a women's championship opportunity later in the night. Thankfully for video game logic, we're able to do these two matches in the same show. I debated kind of having this be its own thing, but I decided it would be cooler to have it... Oh my gosh! Never thought I'd see Sakaji pull out a Canadian destroyer, but here we are. Look at that Samoan drop. Oh my gosh, with the kip-up causing Gojo to explode, but maybe that's what caused Martini to get eliminated. Look at that hockey fight. Sakaji, Gargantuan Gus. Gus is knocked over. Gojo making fun of Gus and gets a right hook for his troubles. And my goodness, this is just a straight-up fight, and that's what this will be. This is not a scientific clinic. Blonde Blunder, best friend of Sam Mower. A man who has accompanied Mower to his title defenses, title matches, and has teamed with him on the show before, hoping to become world champion just like his friend once was. His friend was the first ever world champion. Sorry, just gonna take a sip of coffee real quick. Hoping to follow in the footsteps of his best friend. Gus fighting Blonde Blunder. Blonde Blunder with a present. Depending on the contents, could be a very devastating weapon, but he thinks better of it. Gojo's just making fun of it. Blunder set the present on fire! And Gojo steals it from him. Rear way second. Oh my gosh, present shot, but not really doing much to Blonde Blunder, so I can't imagine the contents are all that devastating. Sakaji's been eliminated. And Lola makes her entry into the Exploding Rumble match. I gotta wonder what kind of a showing she will have here. She is no stranger to barbed wire matches, of course. She had a barbed wire last woman standing match against Midnight for the VPW Women's Champion. She walked in as defending champion, lost the championship, but broke the arm of Midnight. Oh my gosh, and Gargantuan Gus just launching Lola over the top rope like nothing. She threw that fully grown woman like a paper airplane. Threw her like she weighed nothing. That is why he is one half of VPW's most dominating tag team ever. Let's see who our next entry is. Sorry, lots happening. I realized I was supposed to give you an update on what's happening with this series, but I've been distracted. And Skinny Arm Steve makes his entrance. Of course, in our first Rumble, he had quite the debut, of course, getting eliminated by Eddie Schwartz and Obelisk, I believe his name was. And I gotta tell you, I don't think his performance in this match is going to be any better than that. Anyhow, as I was saying, the update is basically we're going to play the career mode, finish it. I'm going to do some cheese strats to get the promotion editor to make our belts nice and fancy. And I've already started planning Season 2. Basically, once we have the promotion editor, that is when I will start sort of production, I guess you could say, for Season 2. And I'm not going to really commit to a timeline on that because quite honestly I don't know how long the career mode's gonna go. As I said, that goes until we die or I get bored. And a newsflash even before, or I guess not a newsflash. Oh my gosh, speaking of career mode, Fabian Valentine, I thought he was It's me! I'm the main character! I'm in the ring now! I'm gonna commentate while I fight. That hurt. Why did I run off the barbed wire? I'm gonna... Wow, don't flip me off. That's rude. Oh, wait, sorry, I didn't see you. This cameraman kinda sucks. I was just making fun of him, telling him his pay is getting docked. Just kidding. I'm gonna size him up. I'm just gonna look from the back. I'm just gonna commentate. Look at that. Boston Crab, Gargantuan, Gus to Skinny Arm Steve. Thank God that isn't me. I'm not going to rush in, and as I said, if you needed any proof that I have no influence on this match, no controller, I was just staring off in space. Look at that, though. Hey, take that, Gargantuan Gus. I'm the one that hired you. I could take you down. Oh, that looks like it hurt. Hiya! Ow! Explosion in my face. Ow, that hurts. I think we're going to see the next entry. Hiya! It's Blockbuster. I hope I get to fight Blockbuster. That'd be quite the opportunity for me. Oh, haha! Dodge it with a cartwheel. Oh, gosh! Now, searing pain in my neck aside. Oh, gosh, let go of me. Let go of me! Ah! I don't like leg locks. I got a bad knee, man. Headbutt. I'm gonna try and get involved. I would like to help. Oh, my gosh! Skinny Arm Steve just eliminated Gargantuan Gus. I'm gonna try and eliminate Blockbuster. Ow! And there I go. I can't believe that explosion hurt, but anyways, as I slowly make my way back to commentary position, never mind, I'm gonna do it from in the ring. Oh. I cannot believe Skinny Arm Steve eliminated Gargantuan Gus. Oh, and there's our current champion, Machismo. The man, he beat Sucka G in an open challenge that Sucka G had made. Very surprising, like, you know, he went from basically, I don't think he has a single win on the show, to being the world champion. Look at that flying DDT by Blockbuster to Machismo. Now he has a front face lock locked in. Blockbuster almost eliminated, but saved, oddly enough, by the explosion. Blockbuster lifting up Machismo. Machismo is dizzy. Cameraman, can you get out of the way of that graphic? Oh! Oh, a lot has happened. Blockbuster and Gargantuan Gus... Well, Gus was already eliminated, but Blockbuster was eliminated by that series of explosions and people getting knocked over, myself included. I am in a lot of pain, but I'm going to push through to commentate this, the season finale, and there is Jimmy Sierra, the man that failed in his opportunity to get redemption. He is the man that is arguably responsible for the chaos that has consumed the women's division. See, in our original women's title match, like, Midnight should have come out as champion, or at least had a chance in sort of a sudden death overtime situation but because Jimmy Sierra missed 2 calls as referee, Lola ended up walking out the champion. Jumping elbow. Machismo with Sierra. I gotta tell you, I guess Sierra's thinking, hey, I blew that important match as ref. If I can become the heavyweight champion, perhaps that can be my route to redemption. Sam Mower, speaking of which, entering in the first ever VPW World Champion, won a match against Glitter Artie to get that distinction. And actually, Sam Mower was the winner of the original Exploding Rumble. That's how he got the world title match. Machismo and Jimmy Sierra fighting it out. Now Sam Mower with some chops. Right now a striking contest between Sam Mower and Jimmy Sierra. Jimmy Sierra's been eliminated. Coming out the loser of that exchange. Machismo. Sam Mower sizing each other up. I realized a thing I forgot to do before starting this match. I forgot to up the difficulty like I normally do, so that's why they're not as good at their job. and Calvin Steen, a man that has been featured quite heavily on the show, but really no success. He was in the number one contenders match that Sakaji won for the World Championship. He was in the first ever social media mid-card YouTube championship, which I think we're going to call the meme championship going forward. He was in the first ever meme championship match, losing a dog collar match, I believe, to Skinny Arm Steve. He was in the anime fight that Sanji won to become champion. He is a man that has been everywhere. Oh my gosh, Machismo's been eliminated. We are guaranteed to have a new champion. Now, oh, look at that hockey fight. Appropriate for the Canadian-born Calvin Steen. And there's Biggest Billy. We saw the tear. The absolute streak of domination that Gargantuan Gus went on. I wonder how his tag team partner Biggest Billy is going to do. If I was him, I would pace myself. Because keep in mind, the tag team championship match is right after this. There might be, I believe, a short period of time in which we take to remove the barbed wire, but that's only going to give them a little bit of extra rest. So, in an interesting twist of events, if I'm Biggest Billy, it's like, yeah, I want to win the world championship, but depending on how beaten up I get, I might not be any help in the tag championship match. Gargantuan Gus at least was eliminated early enough where he has a good amount of time to catch his breath, a good amount of time to rest up. Who's next? It's Eddie Schwartz, the participant in one of our, funny enough, our biggest highlight videos. Had a great showing in the first Exploding Rumble, looking to maybe get some repeated success and earn a spot on the roster. Thunderous clothesline by Calvin Steen. Now, I started talking about this earlier, and it bears repeating because it is very relevant. Saitama has a... Oh, hang on a second. Biggest Billy just launching Sam Mower out of the ring. Like he was nothing. And I gotta tell you, like, I remarked on Gargantuan Gus tossing someone out of the ring like they were paper. Biggest Billy did it to someone that's probably 200 pounds heavier than the person Gus threw out. And it's never not fantastic to see. Look at this Bloody Lee, entrant number 20 into this match. He's only had one match on our show, a losing effort to Team Incensed, hoping to walk out the world champion here. Biggest Billy picking up Calvin Steen. As I was saying, Saitama, One Punch Man himself, has a world title match whenever he wants, and I gotta say, depending on who wins this match, like, that person's gonna have a target on their back, because no matter who they defend the title against, no matter what success they have, they're always gonna have to worry about Saitama. One Punch Man, a guy that can take ridiculous amounts of punishment. Ridiculous amounts of offense. Samsara makes his entry. Saitama, a man that can take on the world practically, will be coming for the world title. And the thing is, depending on how he waits, like, they're not gonna know when he's coming. And the thing is, right? You know, I know Saitama's a hero for fun, but when you're world champion, that makes a difference in your pay. Of course, you're in main events, you're in the top spot of the card. You know, I know he's a man that likes to save money. He's gonna have a whole lot more money to save if he becomes world champion. Can you tell it's been a while since I've watched One Punch Man? Ooh, look at that, Biggest Billy, the shots. My goodness, Bloody Lee with a kip up. Not a move you really expect him to make. Let's see, I think we're about to see entry number 23. Who will that be? It's a beast! The guardian of the galaxy himself. Or protector of the planet? Protector of the planetary system? I don't know. Hurricane Rana by Samsara eliminating Bloody Lee! Biggest Billy with a thunder stomp to base. I think Schwartz just eliminated himself? Yeah, I mean, hey, that's why you gotta be careful with those exploding ropes. I mean, if you're not careful, it's pretty easy to get eliminated. Wow. Okay. That's not a thing you expect someone who's 7'10" to do, but it was cool to watch. But yeah, you gotta wonder psychologically to the competitors in this match. Oh my gosh, Billy's been eliminated. Gus definitely having the better showing, but Billy definitely making his mark on this match. But as I was saying, hang on. Oh gosh, hang on. Look at that Vulture. He competed in a #1 contenders match, I believe, in month 2. The one that Sucka G won, that Ripper, Ace, and Calvin Steen were in. Now he has a chance to become world champion here. Samsara. That beast with a gut-wrench suplex. Anyways, psychologically, I wonder, how does Saitama having that opportunity play into the minds of these competitors? Because it's kind of like, are you maybe a little risk-adverse? Are you trying to keep yourself fresh so that if Saitama wants to cash in, he doesn't get the chance to? And then how do you go about Season 2? Hang on, double suplex! But Vulture, I guess, hooking a leg on the barbed wire there, damaging the leg, but staying alive in the match. That's the thing, you know. I mentioned, are you risk-adverse in this match? Well, I don't think you can be. Blood Brother making his entrance into the match. Wonder how Blood Brother will do, whereas him and Beast have history. That full mount Samsara laying in the shots to Beast, but Beast slipping a Kimura in, bending that arm, that shoulder. And the thing is, you can't tap out the strikes, you can't tap out the submissions in this match, but oh my gosh. Well, I guess if the Blood Brothers don't do well, maybe Vulture and Blood Brother have a future tag team career after that move. But yeah, chokeholds, joint locks, you can't get victory off of those, but it can give you a certain tactical advantage, right? You break someone's arm, they're not going to eliminate anyone. Unless they have, you know, ungodly amounts of power and strength. I think that's the only way you could do that one-handed. And Quincy Rhymes! See, I said it right this time. I didn't call him Quentin like I did in one of his earlier episodes. He's been in a couple tag matches with Sucka G, as well as he was in the match that Glitter already won for #1 contendership to compete for the first ever world title. That's the match where I hilariously kept calling him Quentin, even though it's Quincy. In my defense, like, those names are similar. I don't even know I don't know how I forgot. I must have been pretty tired while recording the commentary for that match, that's for sure. But Quincy Rhymes looking to succeed where his brother failed. I mean, that would be quite the scenario. Both brothers would be, you know, world champions. Sucka G, a former world champion. Quincy Rhymes would be the current, as he leads a belly-to-belly suplex to Blood Brother, who is our next entry. Folks, I spoke of unholy, ungodly strength before. Goku has entered the match, and based on his hair color, he's using Ultra Instinct. We'll see how that goes for him. Not the entry I expected to see, but let's see how he does. I mean, I don't know how anyone's going to eliminate him. He's the world's strongest man, pretty much. He'll have to kind of hold back considerably to not punch a hole in people. But I guess, hey, it's a form of combat. That's all you have to say. Goku immediately eliminating Samsara, the interim women's champion. Beast eliminated. And Vulture was eliminated earlier, though. I think the camera missed that. And now it's Goku, Quincy Rhymes, and Blood Brother. Not a combination I ever expected to see. Here's our next entry. It's Frank Incensed, the other member of Team Incensed. Now Gus and Biggest Billy have been eliminated. Ryan Schneider has been eliminated. Frank Incensed. This is going to be critical to whether they can win the tag belts. I think if Frank Incensed takes too much damage at this point, Team Incensed will be at a critical disadvantage. Sorry folks, just taking a drink of water. Well, I will probably need to do that a few times in this recording because, I mean, you've seen the length of this video. It's not exactly short. Oh, Goku's in trouble. Frank Incensed trying to eliminate the world's strongest man, but Goku stays in with a beautiful looking spin kick to the abdomen of Frank Incensed. Sanji is the 29th entry. We have one entry left in the Exploding Rumble. Then it will be the last person remaining in the ring. Remember, the winner of this match is VPW Heavyweight Champion. Our top prize in the men's division. Look at that, slicing the thigh. That's the thing, is that anytime you're sent on those barbed wire ropes, you're receiving cuts, you're receiving damage. Oh gosh, Sanji causing an explosion, trying to Hurricane Rana Goku. Sanji in trouble there, but able to stay alive. Wheelbarrow kick, Blood Brother in trouble. Makes it back in the ring. Throwing Quincy Rhymes into the barbed wire ropes, and Quincy falls to the floor. I mean, again, that's barbed wire. It sticks into your back. Entry number 30. You would trust. To peel the curtain back, when you're setting up this match, there's a lot of people in the ring, and I tried my best to change everyone to people that have been on the show, and I guess with all the 7'10" giants, I think Ewan was hiding a little bit, and I didn't notice he was in the match. We're just gonna roll with it. Hopefully he doesn't win, because that's a little awkward. Ewan Trust is making his debut. Better late than never, I suppose. Sanji's eliminated. Goku, top barbed wire. I guess when you're wearing weighted boots. Frank and Sen's been eliminated by Ewan Trust. Oh my gosh. Our production equipment having some problems there from all the explosions, I think. Oh my gosh. Goku almost hit with a vertebreaker, but the explosion, I think, saved him. Look at that joint lock. This is our final 3. Not a combo you really expected to see, but let's roll with it. We have Ewan Trust to real-life counterpart Steve Blackman. We have Blood Brother, real-life counterpart Devon Dudley. And we have Goku. Ultra Instinct Goku, may I add. Spin kick by the martial arts expert Ewan Trust. Look at that. Using amateur wrestling. Blood Brother is. And remember, one of these 3 men in the ring will walk out VPW champion, and they are the man who will have that target on their back by the whole roster and by the man Saitama, who has a shot at the world title whenever he wants. Again, I remind you of this because it's a very relevant thing going into Season 2, because that's always going to be in the back of the mind of the VPW champion. That One Punch Man of all people will be hunting them down. One Punch Man gets a shot at the world title whenever he wants, and that's something that, if you're smart anyway, you're going to think about. I think Goku is maybe the one person that might be excited by that prospect. Hurricane Rana attempt, but Trust able to reverse it into a facebuster. Judas effect attempt, but dodged by a Blood Brother there. Thrown into the corner, arms ricocheting off the barbed wire. Spin kick by Goku, hockey fight, flying clothesline. Goku and you and Trust. Look at this. Scoop Slam. Goku's been eliminated by you and Trust. And oh my gosh! Blood Brothers, the VPW Heavyweight Champion. Unbelievable. What a showing by Blood Brother. Wait a minute. Oh my god, that's Saitama. Oh my god. Is he cashing in? Is he using that heavyweight title opportunity? Oh my gosh, he is. Blood Brothers just been through a match, but now he's to defend the title against One Punch Man. What is happening? The bell rings. Here it is, slipping behind. Roll-up attempt. 1, 2. Kick out by Blood Brother. I don't know how he has the energy. Probably on instinct alone. Right hook to the face of Saitama. Brother's stuck in place, but I think he's just reeling from the match he just had. Rear waistlock. Saitama with a snapmare to get out of it. Saitama might win the world title right here. Serious punch! Tripping over, going for the pin. The ref counting it. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh! The ref counted 3, but before he could call the bell, the explosion caused Blood Brothers' shoulders to rise, counting as a kick out. Serious punch! Another explosion launching Blood Brother out of the ring. He's up, but I think he's dazed. I don't think he knows where he is. Saitama. Through the barbed wire! Diving, like, splash, I guess, into the pin. 1, 2. I think the 3 was counted. And Saitama is the VPW Heavyweight Champion. Cashing in. Hopefully this will be the last take for this match. Yay. I mean, the blown takes are going to be cut out, but just know recording this one match has been annoying. Anyways, Team Incensed are taking on the big boys in what will be Team Incensed's last chance at becoming tag team champions. If they fail to win the VPW tag titles from the big boys, they are no longer eligible to compete for the tag belts while they're still champion. Okay, that's quite a head start to get. And I gotta say, if the pressure wasn't high enough for Team Incensed, I think the exploding rumble plays a factor in this too, because the fact is none of these men are fresh. Gus was in the match for a long time, but Frank Incensed was in there the latest. He has had the least amount of time. Double clothesline collision. He has had the least amount of time to recover from that grueling match. Look at that headbutt. Oh, tag team maneuver by the big boys to Ryan Schneider. Frank Incensed taking his time, and I guess who can blame him? I mean, he's been through a grueling match. Oh gosh. The cameraman is a little close to the fire right now. Shouldn't be bothering you guys too much because I'll adjust the volume, but I can't hear myself think. Belly to belly by Gus. Thunderous clothesline. Frank Incensed the biggest belly. Now keep in mind, pinfall and submission are viable victory conditions in this match, but knockout is too. It is 100% possible that we could get a winning team via knockout, which is relevant. With that electric chair hold, and oh my gosh, Gargantuan Gus using a broken ladder piece to launch Incensed out of the electric chair hold, but Frank Incensed just did a backbreaker to Gargantuan Gus, which is impressive, putting it lightly. Sharpshooter! Gus is in trouble! but Billy, I think, able to break it up there. This is a... Oh my gosh, why is the ref fighting big as Billy? Roll up. But incensed. Sorry, not incensed, Schneider breaking up the pinfall attempt with a ladder piece. Unbelievable. Pinfall attempt. 2. And Schneider is eliminated. It is a 2-on-1 situation against Frankincense, and this is where the beatdown happens. The big boys. Oh my gosh! What a tag team maneuver. Electric chair hold. Biggest Billy had incensed up. And then Gargantuan Gus with a bicycle kick to knock him down. And I think Incensed might be out on his feet. No, Incensed is still fighting. And Gus deciding to put Schneider in a Boston Crab. Billy's in trouble there. Gus going, oh my gosh! Incensed going to the top rope. But Gus with a thrust. Oh my no, 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 no! All 6'8", 400 pounds of Gus with a diving knee drop. I think he nailed Frank Incensed there. I don't know how Incensed is so conscious. This is nothing if not impressive on the part of Frank Incensed, and if this really is the end of Team Incensed in the tag division, I wouldn't be shocked if we see Frank Incensed pop up in one of the singles divisions. He has shown incredible heart, incredible levels of durability here. Thrust kick to the back of the head, and wait, who is that? Wait, that's Score Benz! Score Benz has been attacking Frank Incensed. Is he with the big boys? Oh, come on, big boy. Like, you don't need this. You guys are... If you were to get on each other's shoulders, you would be the size of a small building. You do not need to hire someone to help you fight your battles, and don't get me wrong, the big boys have done a number to Team Incensed, but look at this, like, come on. And the thing is, there's nothing the ref can do about it. This match is no DQ. Shameful. Shameful display by the big boys. And the big boys retain the tag belts at the cost of their souls. Contract, and look at this, fighting Incensed after the bell. And here we are. Though the shameful circumstance of that match aside, this is our main event. Iron Woman rules. 2 referees. Lola, Midnight, interim VPW Women's Champion Samsara. And I don't know if I mentioned Martini. But Martini's here too, sorry. This is Iron Women rules. The woman at the end of the 15-minute time limit with the most pinfalls will walk out the undisputed VPW Women's Champion. And I gotta tell you, these women have all had a fantastic journey to this match. Look at this. Lola with some skateboarding tricks. Talk about showwomanship. Talk about charisma. And here we go, 15 minutes. Oh my gosh. Jim Cornette, eat your heart out. A Canadian destroyer in the first 10 seconds of a match. And I'm saying that as someone that doesn't typically like a lot of acrobatic stuff in wrestling. Wait, what? Okay, we have a third ref, it seems. Vendetta is saying that I'm going to also help. We effectively have almost one referee per person. If I knew this was going to happen, I would have done 4 refs and just done a ref in every corner. All for the women's title, and this is chaos. Poison Rana. Now, in this match, due to the Iron Woman stipulation, you know, we've had a lot of elimination matches, last laugh matches. Well, last laugh would still have an incentive, but in elimination matches, in this match, oh my gosh, what an exchange! I don't know how Lola caught Samsara, but Samsara went for a diving move. Caught Lola in a Hurricane Rana position. Lola able to wiggle out and hit a crucifix powerbomb into the ring. And right now, all 4 women are fighting in the ring. Look at this big swing. The interim women's champion to the women's champion, launching her out of the ring. Oh my god. An incredible display of power by Samsara. My goodness. Oh, that throwing a skateboard at her. I mean, it's not pretty, but it's effective, that's for sure. And that's all you need to be in a match like this. You just need to be effective. Surfboard stretch. The submission attempt broken up, but a chicken wing into a tiger suplex. Broken up. That's the thing. If we're going to see any pinfall decisions in these 15 minutes, you know, there's going to need to be some degree of separation between the competitors. Right now, with all 4 of them in the ring in close proximity to each other like this, a pinfall is going to get broken up, I'd say 9 times out of 10. My goodness. Samsara bashing Martini over the head with a skateboard. Oh my gosh! Midnight launching Lola over the top rope. And it's kind of interesting how we've seen different oh my gosh! Midnight launching Samsara over the top rope. We just need Midnight to launch Martini, and she's done that to every competitor in the match. Now, folks, with this 15-minute time limit, it'll be the woman with the most decisions by the end of the time limit that walks out VPW Women's Champion. In the event of a tie, it will be sudden death. Look at this recliner. Midnight to Samsara. Will we see a submission? Look at this pinfall. And that's the benefit to having multiple... Oh my god, pile driver to Lola. But that is the benefit to multiple referees. If a submission is happening and then a pinfall happens, that pinfall gets counted immediately. Look at this. Another swing by Samsara. Will Martini get launched out of the ring? Oh, not launched out of the ring, but that spin was able to pick up quite a massive amount of speed, and I gotta wonder what effect that will have on Martini. And look at this, it's a brawl in the middle of the ring. All 4 of these women looking to walk out undisputed VPW Women's Champion. Martini, dedicated to finally get a victory over Samsara. Lola, dedicated to silence the doubts of her first Women's Championship win once and for all. Midnight, attempting to reclaim what she never lost, to silence the sort of doubters in about her victory too. Because a lot of people thought that when Midnight was injured, she should have been stripped of the title, and a lot of people believe that Samsara should be the defending champion, or at least the defending champion of the undisputed title. Samsara looking to come out the top woman. All 4 of these women, look at this double submission, by the way. All 4 of these women attempting to prove something in the minds of the fans and the minds of themselves. All 4 of these women have something to lose and something to gain, and it will be the dominant will that comes out on top. Submission attempts broken up. Back elbow launching Lola, breaking the wheelchair there. Ankle lock. Midnight able to break it up with a microphone shot. Yeah, there's no DQ, by the way. We want an undisputed champion. We're not gonna let any point funniness with the points happen with DQs and countouts being legal. This is no DQ. There will be a winner. So help me God. Roll up attempt. Lola breaking it up. Oh, look at that. Attempting how running headbutt Samsara was, but Lola able to stop with a well-placed kick to the midsection. Crucifix powerbomb! Launching Lola out of the ring, landing on a pool table, but the table didn't break, so good lord, that had to hurt. We have 8.5 minutes left on the clock. There isn't a single pinfall point to be had, really. Right now the refs are kind of just goofing off because not much is happening. Double clothesline, collision, a break in the action. I mean, with the pace these women were going, I mean, it's inevitable that some lulls in the action are gonna happen. I mean, you can't go a million miles an hour for 15 minutes straight. You need a break. Even there's a reason MMA rounds are only 5 minutes a pop. Jumping elbow, drop kick to Samsara, and I gotta wonder how is this gonna go? Who is gonna walk out the undisputed champion? I gotta say, my pick would be Samsara. She has the greatest power among all 4 of these women, and quite honestly, she has the best track record in matches. I mean, yes, Martini was able to avoid pinfall or serious like a definitive, I guess, victory, or I guess a definitive loss against Samsara. But the fact is that Samsara has been one of our most dominant women. And look at that, Lola attempting to use the wheelchair that was thrown into the ring as a weapon. Interesting strategy, I gotta say. I don't even know where we got that from, but alright. I'm gonna assume it's like a drama prop. Oh, diving, not diving, jumping, oh my goodness! What a way to break up a pinfall. Diving elbow drop. Surfboard stretch into a rear naked choke. Ref, could you get your... Sorry, cameraman, could you get your butt out of the audience? Okay, I believe the submission was broken up. Yes, it was broken up. Our cameraman kind of taking a terrible angle to capture any of that. Oh, look at that key lock attempt. Oh, running knee drop. We have 6 minutes left on the clock. We have yet to see a decision scored. We are at a very real risk of going into overtime. But I think a lot of these women are just tired at this point. I mean, of course there's been this incredible contest between these 4 ladies, but you know, all 4 of them were in the Exploding Rumble. All 4 of them have just had many weeks of not just obviously physical strain between, you know, the matches, but mental strain too, you know, the doubts in the mind. As I said, all 4 of these women have something to prove. Oh my gosh, what a way to break up a north-south choke, a knee drop to the back of the aggressor in that submission. Jumping DDT attempt, but Samsara able to counter with a spear. Cross knee bar. I was going to say cross arm breaker, but no, that's a knee bar. We are 5 minutes left on the clock. Look at that side headlock, but Samsara able to launch all 3 women with a single kick. Martini's out of the ring. How will this affect things? We're going naked choke, knee drop, breaking it up. This has been one heck of a chaotic match. Fun to call, I must say. But the crucial detail is there hasn't been a single victory scored yet, and I wonder if the multiple referees plays a role into that. Because before, you could lock on a submission and know that as long as you're not noticed, any pinfall attempts by the other two women are kind of irrelevant because the ref is paying attention to you. But now, because you're conscious of the multiple officials, you know, you're kind of keeping an eye out everywhere, right? If you're pinning your opponent, you're kind of looking side to side to see if there is any other things happening. Oh, Midnight falling over. I didn't quite catch what sent her flying. Samsara with a double stomp. Oh, and look at this. Some separation achieved. Never mind, Lola's going back in the ring. I was going to say, this is where, if we see a decision, this is where it's going to happen, but all four women are back in the ring. And we only have 3.5 minutes left on the clock. This might be going into sudden death. Oh, submission attempt. Oh, yeah, crossface. Broken up, though, by a kick from Lola. Look at this. Press slam. Oh, knee bar. Lola's a knee bar on Martini. It's reversed into a leg lock. Crossface. Double submissions. Samsara has a point. Samsara is currently the woman who will be VPW Women's Champion in the next 2.5 minutes, unless another decision is scored. Unbelievable. I mean, I told you there was a reason why Samsara was my pick. Oh my gosh, what a tag maneuver. Look at that. Choke. Oh my gosh. Midnight scored a point. With a sudden choke. And that's the thing, right? You know, in most matches like this, you know, you might actually choose to get choked out because if it's pinfall or submission, you know, your thinking might be that, well, I'm out cold. Actually, that's really dumb logic. I had somewhere I was going with that, and I said that out loud and realized it was dumb. But a quick tap out by Samsara, probably thinking there's still time left in the match. She doesn't want to get choked out. Oh, sorry, I remembered where I was going. You know, when you're normally in a normal match, in a choke, some women might choose to be like choked out because if you don't tap out, you could kind of save your pride. Plus, if they're in a tag match or a multi-person match, it gives more time for other people to break it up. But in a match like this, where it's a time limit and you need to keep scoring points, I think the quick submission is not a bad idea by any means. Because if Samsara is choked out, you know, she might not have the opportunity to get another decision, and then obviously she'd be vulnerable to other pinfall attempts. A minute left. If we hit a time limit draw, it will be sudden death between Midnight and Samsara, the current women's champion and the interim women's champion. What a way to conclude this match and this multi-month saga. We are getting down to the 30-second mark, and I think people are panicked. Midnight is trying to get a tap-out victory. Lola's trying to get a pinfall victory. Martini's trying to get a victory. Everyone is trying to score a point so they can at least get in on that sudden death match. But there's only 15 seconds left. It looks like it's going to come down to Samsara and Midnight. Pinfall attempt. Kick out by Samsara. Martini almost earned her way into that. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sudden death. We just gotta get the other two competitors out of this. Hold on, folks. That will be done momentarily. And here we are. Samsara and Midnight, the two women that scored victories. In the 15-minute match, now they are fighting it out. The first fall to a finish We only need one ref for this. Oh my gosh, Samsara launched Midnight out of the ring. Ankle lock. And after the grueling match he's just been through, will this be it for Midnight? Will Midnight tap out? Will Samsara be the undisputed champion? STF locked in. Cameraman in a beautiful position. Referee in a invasive position. Like, come on, Blockbuster. Like, take a step back. Now Samsara's trying to smother Midnight. Interesting strategy by Samsara. Samsara not trying to drag this out, realizing that they've already been through a 15-minute barn burner, a 15-minute classic, realizing that she has to use her superior power to end this quick. Because the thing is, the longer this goes, the more momentum swings in the favor of the defending champion. Drinking some water to hydrate and get some energy back. And it looks like Midnight's setting up a table. I don't like this at all. Samsara getting some energy back from that. Hang on. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Is Blockbuster an incompetent referee as well? Do we need to have Jimmy Sierra versus Blockbuster Battle of the Horrible Refs? Once in a lifetime? Oh, another toss! But Samsara not having the same kind of energy she had in the prior contest. Beating her with a bottle. Unorthodox, but let's see. Maybe it's effective. Electric chair hold. Oh, I think Midnight was looking to get out of that, but I guess they backed into the pool table there and tripped and fell. Not quite the escape she was hoping for, but I think it was better than taking the full brunt of whatever Samsara was planning. One of these two women will walk out the undisputed women's champion. And we'll walk into Season 2. First off, we'll walk into Season 2 with a guaranteed entry into the season because we will be changing the rosters. Cross arm breaker. But we'll walk in as champion. Oh my gosh, Samsara wins! Samsara is the undisputed VPW champion, winning by way of submission. In a fantastic match. Anyway, that's going to do it for this. Thank you so much for watching the first season of VPW. Please leave a like, subscribe for more. And until next time, this is Valentine, signing off.